Welcome to Global World. Watch, please subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. In Brussels, optimism once reigned as the EU Chips Act promised to secure Europe's technological future. Billions were pledged to build advanced semiconductor fabs, aiming to reclaim sovereignty and end reliance on foreign chips. But this vision ignored a crucial question: where do the raw materials and chemicals for these chips come from? Europe assumed these essentials would always be available, a costly miscalculation. The reality dawned slowly: delays in shipments, tightening export licenses, and subtle supply chain frictions. The rude awakening. While Europe planned to build the house, China quietly bought up the land and resources. Europe's grand strategy secured the destination but ignored the journey's start, leaving the continent exposed. To grasp Europe's predicament, look beyond the fabs to the mines and refineries powering the chip industry. China invested heavily in processing rare earths, now handling nearly 90% of global supply. These elements are vital for everything from electric vehicles to chip manufacturing. China also dominates key chemicals like high-purity hydrofluoric acid and controls over 80% of gallium and germanium supplies. These materials are essential for advanced chips, fiber optics, and military tech. Even if Europe sources raw silicon, it often relies on Chinese firms for critical wafer preparation. The chip supply chain is a pyramid. China controls the wide, foundational base. By securing the base, China can destabilize the entire tech ecosystem without mastering the most advanced chips. China's strategy is subtle. No dramatic bans, just a strategic squeeze. Export licensing for materials like gallium and germanium creates delays and uncertainty for European firms. Opaque, unpredictable processes make planning impossible, raising costs and risks. Selective enforcement of environmental rules can halt key plants at critical moments, disguised as routine oversight. Each small action, a delayed permit, a new inspection, seems minor, but together they steadily increase Europe's vulnerability. The result: European companies face tough choices, absorb costs, risk shutdowns, or adjust business and political strategies. China's power comes not from threats, but from quiet, persistent manipulation of dependency. The pressure is cumulative, eroding Europe's industrial confidence. The effects of China's squeeze are now felt across Europe's core industries. Car production in Germany, France, and Italy faces costly interruptions due to chip and material shortages. Electric vehicle and green energy projects stall as rare earths and specialized materials become scarce and expensive. Defense and high-tech sectors struggle as access to critical semiconductors is quietly restricted. Even AI ambitions are threatened. Europe can design models, but hardware supply is a vulnerability. The crisis isn't a sudden collapse, but a slow erosion. Missed contracts, delayed projects, lost competitiveness. Companies divert resources from innovation to basic supply chain survival. Europe's industrial edge is dulled by persistent low-grade disruption. The EU Chips Act, though ambitious, is incomplete, like building bakeries while someone else controls the flour. Without secure access to raw and processed materials, Europe's new fabs risk becoming idle monuments. Europe faces hard choices: align with the US and risk economic pain, or try to de-risk from China without full decoupling. Building alternative supply chains would take years and massive investment. This crisis is about more than chips. It's a test of Europe's place in a new world order. Technological sovereignty now means controlling the entire value chain, from raw materials to finished devices. Europe's wake-up call has arrived. The question: does it have the unity and will to respond?